This Baldurs Gate 3 video is all about a Radiant Evasion tank soloing Raphael on Tactician difficulty. Now, I know on this channel I never made a build guide for this exact build, so I'm just going to go over it very briefly. I'm going to go over the items, our camp buffs, and pretty much then do the fight. So, what this character is all about, it's a cleric and a fighter. And what it does is it simply evades enemies to give them status abnormalities, deal damage, knock them prone. It has huge DPS potential with dual wielding with these diva maces. However, for this specific fight, I will be using the Blood of Lathander to blind fiends. And so without this fight is tremendously more difficult. Now, you can see here that we have 24 strength, and I'll go over the buffs in a bit. You know, these are the stats, here's the conditions. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. You can see resistant to everything, notable features, there's a whole lot of stuff here. If this video does well, I might make a build guide for it. Otherwise, if you click the links in my description, I have an Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 guide that does cover how to build this character. And all of my characters that I use in those videos can solo this boss, so I'll be making videos showing that off as well. But essentially, that's it. Let's get to the fight. Now, the buffs do play a very important part. We have Warding Bond, protection from poison, long strider, death, ward freedom of movement, constitution, and movement speed for transmuter stones. We have Anointed and Splendor, bless. This is a permanent bless. You can only do this once in Act 3. If you long rest or die, you lose this forever. We have aid for more HP, volatile shield, thoroughly stuffed, and protection from evil and good is our current concentration because every enemy is a fiend, and we want early defense. So I'm going to explain the fight. And I'm going to be explaining the fight as we do it, so let's go ahead and get the fight started. Here comes Raphael, he's pissed. And we're not going to recruit Ugir, because this character technically is not a persuasive character, not one bit. So the start of the fight, what we have to do is simply survive. And what we're doing is we're going to be stacking Radiant Orb stacks on as many of these enemies as possible. And once it's stacked up, they can't hit us anymore. We're basically never going to be hit by their attacks ever again. But right now, we just have to tank the hits and survive. And right now, with our protection from evil and good, that makes it way easier for them to miss. And it might break our concentration. It might not when we take these big, fat hits. But if that happens, I have a few fail-safes. We're fine. Even if they crit or get some really lucky rolls, we will be absolutely fine. We will be abusing potions for just a tiny bit in the early parts of the fight, but afterwards, it's gonna be basically we just rush down Raphael, out DPS his healing, and everything else will be on the ground, like writhing in agony. And again, this is an evasion build. It's supposed to work this way. But you can see I just lost concentration. That's totally fine. It's about to be our turn. And there we go. So you can see we're in critical health, but that's okay, because we can just chug a potion, and then we can just throw a potion at our feet. Hopefully this lands properly. Sometimes it doesn't heal us, but that time it did. We're going to use our, secondary action here and just spread Radiating Orb around. Now, because we lost concentration, I'm going to use Evasive Footwork so that I can have advantage on dodging their melee attacks. Now, this doesn't apply to spells, but we can cancel one of their spells or deal damage to spread Radiating Orb. But for everyone else, we're fine. We're just going to have to sit here and tank a bit more. The enemies near us now are mostly blinded, it looks like. And as they gain Radiating Orb stacks, they're going to be missing more and more often. But Raphael will be hitting us pretty damn hard. As you can see, 19 now. That was with a save. It could hit a lot harder than that, but most likely it won't. I mean, we're a tank. It's also kind of odd that these guys are landing hits, but there we go. That's 2 misses, 3 misses. And again, they're not fully stacked yet, so we gotta be still a little bit careful and just keep healing up and let our stacks continue. So again, we're gonna chug another potion. And we're not fully healed up here, so I do want to throw another potion at my feet. I just want to make sure that I'm stacking up properly here. So there we go. That's another full heal. And then we're just gonna smack somebody near us. We ended up missing. And now we're gonna, again, go back to Evasive Footwork once again. And we're just going to repeat this a few more times. This is a slower fight, but once we're stacked up, we just go straight for Raphael. Everything will be melting around us. You'll see, it gets pretty fun. But right now, another thing that our build is also doing is Raphael, he gives some sort of protection to his minions, where if we deal radiant damage, we receive that damage back as fire double, which would be really problematic because a lot of our attacks deal radiant damage. But whenever we're popping our passives to tickle them with radiant damage, it breaks that buff that they have. So again, we're just going to sit here and tank for just a tiny bit longer until these radiating orbs stack up more. There we go. And you can see it's starting to knock some of them on the ground through reverberation. Now, we're mostly healed here at this point. I could either start let's do another protection from evil and good. We'll just go ahead and channel that. There we go. And then one more round of tanking, and I think we can go on the offensive at this point. So the little enemies that get summoned, those are actually going to help us later because we do have the Elixir of Bloodlust, which is going to give us 5-10 hit points, but also they're going to die instantly when they're summoned. And you'll see here in a little bit, Raphael's AI is not the smartest. Okay, he's going to summon them right on top of us, which will instantly kill them. You'll see. It's pretty interesting how it works. Also, it's weird to see Raphael healing his minions. That's a little unusual behavior for someone like him. I don't think it's in character, but who knows. Also, these brutal crits. We have been getting lots and lots of crits, but it's still pretty interesting here. So there we go. I think we can do one more turn of healing. If they keep critting us, this one's going to knock us around. Nope, no it's not. Okay. Alright. So, another round of heals. That's fine. We got plenty of potions. Then we're just going to, again, throw a potion at our feet. If we heal one of them, it's fine. But we're just going to smash it on the ground. And that didn't heal us. So I don't know why that happens sometimes, but again, let's just smack a mob. And we got Radiating Orb on this guy, but let's see what happens. I think we lost concentration also, so I should have used Evasive Footwork there, but it's fine. You can make mistakes with this build, and that's what I love about it. So again, Raphael's going to run over here, and let's just cancel his spell. So there we go. No casting whatever that was, and yeah, we just won't take damage from him this turn. That's why I didn't counter with Charm earlier. We want the enemies to swing on us so that they get Reverberation and Radiant Orb stacks. Alright. There we go. More crits. I have never been crit so much. Alright, so that thing is just full dead, I think. And for some reason... No, it did pop my Elixir Bloodlust, but it didn't give me the bonus action. For some reason. I don't know why. It's supposed to. But anyway, we're mostly healed at this point, so let's start the fun. We're going to do Spirit Guardians, but we're going to do the Necrotic version so that we're not reflecting damage to ourselves. And that's going to do a whole lot of fun. And then we're going to fly to Raphael, and we're just going to constantly fly towards him. There we go. And at this point, Raphael is just going to play a keep away. These guys are going to fly towards us, getting, running into our Blinding Light and into our Spirit Guardians. As long as they don't break concentration with a ranged attack, which they usually don't. You'll see. So he saved. He didn't get blinded, but he did take damage there. And then this one's running up. And we can go ahead and just, tickle him for some little damage there. Raphael's going to run away and do his usual. He's going to, hit us with some spells. And it's totally fine. Our bonus actions for healing. There we go. All of that missed. Again, these guys are going to be missing pretty much for the rest of the fight at this point. And every time we fly through them to get to Raphael, it's going to just murk a whole bunch of them. So there you go. Miss, miss, miss. Get used to it. We're all tanked up at this point. And there we go. Now he's on the ground. And they're all taking damage. Every time they miss, they take damage. So, and they get knocked prone. It's just so funny. Alright, so let's go ahead and this provokes attack of opportunity, which is absolutely fine. And I don't want to jump, I want to fly, because we have flight powers, because we're part illithid. There we go. So at this point, I could actually double swing on him. I like to stay topped off, so I'm going to just do a safety potion for now. And then let's just go ahead and swing on him. There we go. Now he's going to counter with Punish Divinity, which doesn't matter. We got our bonus action, here we go. And that's pretty much the end of the fight, or the end of the turn. And we're just going to repeat this now. You may think, well, how are we supposed to kill Raphael? Our DPS is too low. No, it's not. You'll see. We're going to start hitting him very, very hard soon enough. We just need a few of these guys to start melting, which they're about to die. They're about halfway dead. And then every time Raphael's AI will always run from you. He never stays in melee. I don't know why. But every time he walks away, we get 2 swings on him. And then he's hitting us for, what, 17? We heal for 40-something a turn. None of these other guys... Okay, he hit for 15 there. But, again, nothing a potion can't fix. And again, that one hit for 8. Whoop-de-doo. And these guys are going to melt soon enough. Once the Cambions melt, it's just Raphael and his summons. And again, they're supposed to give us a bonus action here, which has not procced yet, which is fine. But let's go ahead and, again, safety potion up. There we go. We're fully healed. Run up to Raphael and then try to swing on him. Now, the downside to our character is we don't have a high chance to hit him, but that's totally fine because we're going to make up for it with our double swing abilities. Again, we just got to have these guys, they're radiating orb 10. This one's 9. Let's go ahead and backlash that one. There we go. And you can see at this point, they're just going to be knocking themselves on the floor every time they try to swing at us. So it's basically over for them. And as long as we don't break any of these pillars, we don't suffer a possible one-shot from Raphael, though it does prolong the fight just a tiny bit. If he retreats near the pillars, we can kind of lock one pillar down, but he won't be able to out-heal our DPS. So I know that this is a tank character. It's not meant to win the fight fast. It's not meant to blow up the whole room. It's meant to take as much damage as possible. There we go. We got our second action finally. And so let's go ahead and fight through all these mobs. There we go. They're just going to start blowing up and knocking themselves prone and on the ground. And we're pretty damn healed, so we can go full swing mode on Raphael here. And pretty soon, Raphael himself is going to start being knocked prone. And once that happens, we can just go full ham DPS, and then the fight's basically over. But until then, we're just going to have to swing at this 40% chance to hit, which we did. And you can see that his health is a little bit low, but he's going to heal up about 40-ish when he starts drawing from these pillars. But his minions can't do anything to us anymore. They're fully stacked up. They're dying when they get close. Every time Raphael attacks us, we can slap him back for a little bit of damage. And again, our bonus action, it's just going to keep us healed. It's no problem. Alright, so he just healed up, but we're going to be able to take that away from him. As soon as we start knocking him prone, he's got 2 more reverbs. And oh boy, oh no, we got crit twice. It's, again, not a big deal. These, the Cambions, they're no threat anymore. If anything, the Cambions are simply there to just give us bonus actions. There we go. Alright. So, what is Raphael? He's at 10 radiating orbs. He's at 3 reverberation. So, again, we're just going to keep swinging on him here. And eventually, we're going to just stun lock him on the ground, on the floor. Alright, so now he's going to counter, which did nothing. Alright, and that's our turn. So he's going to summon ads. He's going to also run away, which we will always get an attack of opportunity twice. He's going to slap us for a negligible amount of damage. When we walk into his range, or fly into his range, rather, then we're going to deal damage with our Spirit Guardians. And, you know, my health is pretty good right now. I don't need to heal, so we can just swing on him pretty hard here. And again, once we get him prone, the fight's over. We can just keep him prone. We can deal tremendous amounts of damage. And you can see here, that's essentially the fight. Now, he hit pretty hard there, but we have a few fail-safes. We have plenty of fail-safes. Alright, I have Death Ward, as you saw earlier. I also, the weapon, the Light of Lathander, I think is the name. What is the name again? The Blood of Lathander, not the Light. Is essentially going to keep us alive. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and throw potion, and let's try to hit ourselves here. There we go, and it didn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But let's just slam into him. We should be able to tank 60 HP, no probs. There we go, so attack of opportunity. So he's halfway dead. Alright, so he's going to heal up a bit. He's still technically halfway dead. He didn't even attack that turn. Alright, chug potion. Now, we can try a few things like concussive smash here, and then we could really start scaling. Otherwise, I can just swing on him a bunch. There we go, he's now prone. So now we can start doing like concussive smash. That way we have a higher chance to hit him. There we go, so that's a daze. And again, he's just gonna keep, it's just gonna keep happening now. So it's now our turn once again. We can start casting debuffs on him if we want. Like we could do perilous stakes and, you know, all sorts of fun things. Or we can just wail on him. So let's get those crits going. Oh, man. Now, at this point, if I want, I could unequip Blood of Lathander and put on a second Diva Mace. And just really, really wail into him with a huge DPS single target. So every time he summons one of these, we get 5 temp HP. we get the second bonus attack, and it kind of wastes his turn. But for some reason, it's not giving us the bonus action. I don't know why. Maybe it's bugged or something. Maybe I've had the game running too long today. But let's just keep swinging on him. Alright, well, we didn't manage anything that turn. But you can see we're out DPSing his heals. And this is on Tactician difficulty. I wouldn't recommend this on on honor mode, but you could try it, man. It wouldn't be my choice of build. So again, I'm just gonna top up here and then go for the swings. All right, game's lagging just a little bit. Hello, game. I'm waiting for the game to calculate the damage. There we go. All right. So yeah, he's not having fun here. He's trying to walk away. Our offhand hit is really weak because Blood of the Thunder is not a good DPS weapon. And you can see, again, he's barely healing at all. And he barely hurts us. I mean, he does hurt, but he doesn't hurt that bad. Alright, we're going to run up once again, give him the slam down. Try to do a little counter there. That's the Punish Divinity. Doesn't work, though. And, yeah, the fight's over. Now, I didn't get to chain stun him. Let's go ahead and backlash that. Why not? Oh, it looks like my, whatchamacallit ran out, our Spirit Guardian. So we'll recast that. That's fine. We could just recast Spirit Guardians. No problem. There we go. That gave us our secondary action. Now, this one's going to attack of opportunity us. That's totally fine. It's not a threat. And I can't move because it's a Sentinel foe, but I can shoot Raphael. 5% chance. That kind of sucks, huh? But we can go ahead and just potion up here. I could do like a charge attack. I could do Stage Fright. I can do. I'm not gonna Concentrated Blast, but we can. No, I can't use Force Tunnel. So let's just shoot. Let's just shoot this one right here. Whatever. Sucks that this is the one that got spawned, but we can just go ahead and just critical miss. Really, dude. Really. Anyway, 15-minute fight. Am I right, guys? Well, why did he walk through this? I don't know why he walked through it. Alright, let's go ahead and tickle him a bit there. There we go. He hit for 44 there. Not good, but it's still fine. This one's blinded. He's not going to have a fun time. He's got 9 radiating orb stacks. And, yeah, he's already dead. There we go. Alright, again, topping up. Let's go ahead and just go back into the Raphael beatdown zone. And, again, Raphael's 59 HP. As long as we don't miss too much. There we go. Attack of opportunity. He's down to 23. And now he's going to heal. 62. Again, he's barely keeping up. And that hit for 53. That's fine. And now it's because we have Flame Feeble. But again, we're a tank. We're meant to tank this stuff. Let's just fly straight into him here. There we go. And we could possibly kill him here if we land our hits. Doesn't look like this is the winning round. There we go. He's dead. We killed Raphael. It's over.
No more devils. No more debts. With its master gone, the house is nothing more now than an empty carcass.
And there we go. So this is an Evasion Radiant tank. So again, every piece of gear, even though it's only green quality or uncommon quality, whatever you want to call it, is designed to make it where you become unhittable after a few rounds, and you just melt everything around you. Now, granted, this is like the hardest fight in the game, and we're able to solo it by just chugging potions. It's that easy. Anyway, if you like this video, let me know in the comments if you want to see more. I've got 3 other builds to showcase, and hopefully I'll see you there. And those builds will kill this in a few turns. Alright? This is a literal tank character. It's not meant to clear a whole room of mobs by itself quickly. It's meant to sustain indefinitely and never die. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like before you go, and click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, then the milk in your fridge is going to expire 5 days early.